Pastor Rob's potential appearance in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage has sparked a lot of conversation among fans, and it's easy to understand why. For a show that is already building on the legacy of Young Sheldon while trying to carve out its own identity, the introduction of a character like Pastor Rob could add layers of complexity and intrigue that viewers have been craving. From the outset, Georgie and Mandy's first marriage has managed to balance humor with emotional depth, exploring real-life themes such as love, ambition, and family dynamics. The possibility of Pastor Rob joining this narrative suggests that the writers are not just sticking to the status quo, but are actively looking to explore new avenues in character development and plot complexity. One of the most compelling reasons Pastor Rob's potential appearance is interesting is the role he could play in influencing the moral and ethical landscape of the series. Pastor Rob, by nature of his profession and personality, is likely to introduce discussions around values, faith, and decision-making, which could challenge the main characters, particularly Mandy and Georgie, in ways that previous characters have not. This would create an opportunity for the show to explore conflicts that are not just personal or relational but also philosophical. For instance, viewers might see Georgie or Mandy confronted with dilemmas that force them to question their own life choices, commitments, or priorities. Such moral and ethical tension can significantly enrich the narrative, providing depth beyond the comedic or dramatic beats that are typical in the series. Another reason this appearance is exciting is the potential for character development and transformation. Pastor Rob's presence could act as a catalyst for growth, particularly for Mandy, who has been navigating the challenges of a first marriage while also trying to maintain her individuality. The introduction of an influential, morally anchored character like Pastor Rob could present Mandy with guidance, advice, or even challenges that help her mature emotionally and socially. In a sense, his interactions could serve as a mirror, reflecting both the strengths and weaknesses of the main characters. Similarly, Georgie might also be nudged into new layers of self-reflection and responsibility, which could allow the audience to see him in a more nuanced light, expanding his character beyond the familiar traits fans have come to know. Beyond individual character growth, Pastor Rob's potential inclusion is interesting because of the narrative tension he could introduce. Georgie and Mandy's first marriage thrives on the delicate balance of humor, drama, and relationship dynamics. Introducing a character who embodies authority, moral clarity, and perhaps even a touch of unpredictability could shift the relational dynamics significantly. For example, if Pastor Rob offers advice that conflicts with the character's personal desires or past decisions, it could set the stage for conflict, debate, or even comedy rooted in the clash of perspectives. This type of dynamic can be particularly engaging because it allows viewers to see characters outside their comfort zones, which is often where the most memorable storytelling moments occur. The potential appearance is also intriguing because it may reflect the show's broader commitment to inclusivity and realism. Many viewers appreciate shows that explore various facets of life, including the role of religion, mentorship, and community influence in everyday decisions. By including Pastor Rob, the show acknowledges that real-life couples often encounter guidance from external figures who carry moral or social authority, whether that's a spiritual leader, mentor, or elder. Incorporating this kind of realism not only enhances the believability of the narrative, but also allows the audience to connect with the characters' experiences on a deeper level. People may see aspects of their own lives reflected in the characters' interactions with Pastor Rob, which can increase emotional investment in the storyline. There's also an element of curiosity and anticipation that makes this potential appearance noteworthy. Whenever a show introduces a new character with a specific role tied to moral or spiritual guidance, fans naturally speculate about the storylines that might unfold. Will Pastor Rob be a source of wisdom, a voice of caution, or even a character whose advice is challenged or misunderstood? This uncertainty fuels discussion and engagement among the audience, which is vital for a series like Georgie and Mandy's first marriage that is still establishing its identity and fan base. Social media conversations, fan theories, and speculative commentary about Pastor Rob's role can generate buzz, drawing in new viewers while keeping existing fans engaged. Another layer of interest lies in how Pastor Rob could interact with existing secondary characters. Supporting characters in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage often serve to amplify the humor, drama, or conflict in the main narrative. Pastor Rob's integration into this ensemble could influence these dynamics in unpredictable ways. Perhaps he becomes a trusted advisor to a side character, causing tension or jealousy among others, or maybe his guidance indirectly affects decisions that reverberate through the community. These ripple effects would allow the writers to explore multidimensional story arcs that go beyond the main couple, giving the series a richer and more interconnected narrative fabric. Moreover, from a thematic perspective, Pastor Rob could help reinforce some of the core messages of the show. Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage is not just a comedy. It explores themes such as partnership, personal growth, compromise, and resilience. By introducing a character who embodies values such as integrity, wisdom, and patience, the series can highlight these themes more explicitly. Pastor Rob's interactions could underscore the importance of ethical decision-making, self-reflection, and communication within relationships, giving viewers both entertainment and subtle life lessons, which enhances the overall appeal and value of the show. It's also worth noting that Pastor Rob's potential appearance can create opportunities for memorable, dialogue-driven scenes. Shows that succeed in blending humor with meaningful conversations often rely on characters who can deliver insight, challenge assumptions, and spark discussion. Pastor Rob's presence could provide exactly this, allowing the show to include moments that are not only entertaining but also thought-provoking. Whether through heart-to-heart talks, gentle admonitions, or even humorous misunderstandings, the character has the potential to create narrative depth without detracting from the show's comedic and relatable tone. Finally, the anticipation surrounding Pastor Rob highlights the broader storytelling strategy of Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage. By hinting at or introducing new characters with significant potential, the show signals that it is willing to evolve and explore new narrative territories. This approach keeps the content fresh and allows the series to maintain a balance between continuity and innovation. For long-term viewers, this creates excitement and investment in the unfolding story, while for new viewers, it offers entry points into ongoing narratives that are both engaging and layered. In conclusion, Pastor Rob's potential appearance in Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage is interesting for multiple reasons. He represents the possibility of deepening character development, introducing ethical and moral complexity, generating narrative tension, enhancing realism, and reinforcing thematic elements. Additionally, his interactions with both main and supporting characters could create dynamic storylines that are engaging, thought-provoking, and emotionally resonant. The excitement surrounding this appearance is understandable, given that it opens up numerous storytelling possibilities while remaining true to the heart of the show. Fans and critics alike are eager to see how Pastor Rob will influence the narrative, the couple, and the community around them, making this potential role one of the most compelling aspects of the upcoming season. The intrigue and curiosity generated by Pastor Rob reflect the skill of the show's writers in blending humor, relatability, and meaningful life lessons, and it signals that Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage is committed to storytelling that resonates with its audience on multiple levels. Whether he serves as a voice of wisdom, a source of challenge, or a character that sparks debate, Pastor Rob's potential inclusion promises to make the series more interesting, engaging, and impactful, keeping viewers invested in every episode. For more videos, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel.